Hello YouTube, it's the Misplaced Rebel reaching out to you from Northwest Montana, and as promised we are now going to review the Jericho 941. So strap on. I hope that this video will be informative, and if this is a firearm that you've been looking at purchasing, I hope that helps you make your decision. I know me personally, I've had this one for over a year. I have not regretted the decision. This is actually the second Jericho that I've had, and I'm going to kind of explain to you what the differences are. And strap in and let's get this all started. So first of all, a little bit about this particular model and about the Jericho 941 in particular. This is an Israeli made gun. This particular one, this is the full steel variant. Unloaded, this thing weighs about 1.5 pounds to up to 2 pounds. It's about a solid steel. It's a nice chunk of metal. I go here with the sights. You can see just how clear those sights are. They're very easy to see. This gun is undeniably based on a CZ75 platform. I mean, there is absolutely no denying that. Now, one of the things, when this gun was first imported in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was imported by a company that's called Magnum Research. And this is going to be the biggest difference that you're going to see between that gun and this one. The Magnum Research, it actually had the safety up here on the slide, kind of like a Beretta. It also doubled as a decocker. This is the military version. So if you go to Israel, this will be the sidearm that you see their police and their soldiers carrying. It has a traditional combat safety right here on the side. Flip it up, it's safe. Flip it down, it's ready to fire. Now this gun is clear. I did a safety check before I started the video. I'm not recording this on a camera. I'm using an iPhone. I'll show you right down here the magazine well. So I only have one hand free, and I do apologize for that, but just the way that it is. I don't have my wingman Thomas here with me today. And for those of you folks who don't know, Thomas is my little boy. He's 7 years old. He's a huge help with this channel, and he'll be coming back next week. He's on vacation visiting his grandmother. I'm looking forward to seeing him back. Just kind of getting back here to this little guy, to the Jericho. This particular Jericho, so this is the full steel variant. I've had this one for a little over a year. My wife actually got it for me as a birthday present. Right here at the bottom, you can see the Picatinny accessory rail. The Jericho 941. You can see the IWI emblem here on the grip. Now speaking of the grip, ergonomically, this gun is very, very comfortable to hold. It's got a nice big beaver tail here, so that way you ain't got to worry about pinching your hand on the slide. And one thing about here in Montana, it gets cold. And that's one particular reason why I really like the Jericho. In the wintertime, you got to wear gloves, especially if you're going to be outside for a long time because of just how bitterly cold it gets here. This magazine well is deep enough where you can easily access the trigger with a gloved hand. That's a limitation that some firearms have. This particular one does not. Another nice thing I like about it, the slide is actually has a serrated edge. So again, it's easy to grip. So if it's hot and your hands are sweaty, if they're wet, wearing gloves, you have an easy grip there to be able to grip that and rack the firearm. I'll flip it over here. Just going to show you something. So right here you can see where it was imported by IWI from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Right here you can see made in Israel where it was stamped at. This particular model is a 40. The reason why I decided to go with a 40 because I'm out in the woods a lot. We have a lot of critters here in Montana, and I wanted something a bit heavier than a 9mm, but also want to have a higher capacity than a 45. So I went with a 40. Just went that way, call as you will. I know that some of you folks are 9mm or 45 fanboys. I get it. I understand. I went the 40 because that's what works for me. Now, whenever you first get the gun, it comes in a very nice range kit. Nice little range box. You can pop it open. It comes with a cleaning kit. So you don't have to worry about buying a range kit whenever you get this gun. It comes with one. It also comes with two 10-round magazines. Me personally, I went through IWI. I got several 12-round magazines instead. So I've got that. Keep on the chambers. I have a 13-round capacity. Again, works well for me. Some folks want more. Some folks want less. Now, there are different versions of this particular gun that you can get. I said you can get them in 9mm, you can get them 40, you can get them in 45. You can also get this gun in polymer. You can also get it in full size, which is what this guy here is. So here in Montana, we open carry, and concealed carry is also allowed. Printing's not that big of a deal. In Florida, this particular model right here might be a little bit harder for you to carry, especially if you're a smaller frame guy like I am. You will print, so that is a consideration. If you want to go with the Jericho 941, consider going with one of the subcompact models instead. If you're someplace where open carry is legal, or if you're in a state that very friendly to guns, gun owners, gun laws are relaxed, you want to go with the full size, have at it. Me personally, I want to have a gun that could reach out and touch somebody. I like having a longer barrel, higher muzzle velocity. Makes a good time. I've actually shot a bowling pin with this guy at 80 yards, just tore it up, doing some target shooting with my dad and my brother back home in Florida before I moved here to Montana. Absolutely fantastic. Reliability. I have fed thousands of rounds through this gun. It has never misfired once. The one time that there was a malfunction, it wasn't the gun's fault, it was the magazine. Magazine that I had with it failed. It wasn't feeding properly. I can't blame that on the gun. It has the accessory rail here at the bottom. You can mount a laser to it. You can mount a light, whatever that you want to have. So now this particular one, again, full steel, it is heavy. That is an advantage. It's also a disadvantage. So let me explain. A 40 caliber is notorious for its recoil. It's really snappy. But this gun, because it is so heavy, that is not the case, folks. It handles almost like a 9mm, just because of the sheer weight of the firearm. So if recoil is concerned, but you want to have a little bit something bigger than a 9, by all means, go with the 40, go with the full steel, and I don't see any kind of problem with it. This gun is double action, and so you can carry it in condition 1, the cocked and locked, or you can carry it in condition 2 with the hammer down. Me personally, I carry this gun in condition 1 whenever I'm away from the house. Just gonna get it cocked over here real quick. Now, one of the things I really like is, whenever I am carrying this gun, I always have the safety engaged. One of the things that I train with, and I encourage you to do the same, it's like a 1911 at this point. If you draw the firearm, and you can also see how the trigger goes back, it is very easy to ride that safety down and then engage your target. Very easy to do. The trigger pull whenever the hammer is back is right around 2 pounds. It's very easy, very light. When the hammer is down, you've got to do about a 9-pound pull. I mean, you've got to really squeeze it to engage that hammer. So condition 2 carry is not a problem with this gun. It is perfectly safe. I've carried it both ways. It just depends on your personal preference of carry. The Israelis, which is not particularly a method of carry I would recommend. This little sidebar here, they actually don't carry with the round in the chamber. They carry what's called condition 3. So they actually have to rack the firearm and then engage their target. I don't really particularly care for that form of carry. I will almost always carry condition 1. Sometimes I will go to condition 2, especially if I know I'm be going someplace where there are a lot of tourists or a lot of hippie types hanging out, and seeing a gun with a hammer back would just cause even more anxiety than not, in which case I'll go ahead and carry it in condition 2. The barrel itself has polygonal rifling in it. It has nice deep grooves. I'm not going to field strip this gun in this video, just because I simply can't. I need to have both hands, and I don't have anyone to hold the phone for me right now. So just going to be a broad review. But field stripping this gun is very easy. Oh, before I get to that, let me show you this. The magazine release. It's right here by the trigger well. Very easy to engage, very easy to get into. To field strip this gun, it's a piece of cake. In my opinion, it's actually easier to field strip this than it is an AK-47. So this little pin right here. Yeah, get that to focus in. So the way this guy works, here on the left-hand side, one other thing, the safety on this gun, as you can clearly see, is not ambidextrous. The safety is on the right-hand side. So if you're a lefty, that's going to be a consideration that you're going to want to make. But to field strip it, those two little dots right there, you slide the action back to those two little dots there lined up, and then you push that little pin right there out, pull the pin out, you can take the dust cover off, take it apart. It is very easy to clean. You can see right there, I've got some carbon on there from last time I've used it. This gun is incredibly reliable. I am more than happy to bet my life with this thing any day of the week, twice on Sunday. It's a phenomenal firearm. The cold does not bother this thing. Rain and snow, it could care less. Dirt, it just doesn't care, folks. It's a fantastic sidearm. If you're thinking about getting a combat pistol for either collection or for conceal or open carry, home defense, a truck gun, what have you, the Jericho 941 is a phenomenal choice, especially if you're like me and like to have a gun that's got a hammer on it. Just another level of safety. Sorry, Glock. I like safeties. And not a big fan of combat Tupperware. So this gun does all that. It comes with a sterling reputation. Politics aside, Israel is surrounded by enemies. They literally, they got to fight pretty much every day to survive. If they lose one war, it's all over for them. And that's one of the things I was looking for whenever I was looking to purchase a firearm. Because this guy's not cheap. It's $750 if memory serves is why I paid for this guy. Is it worth the money? Absolutely. And you can tell that it is a absolutely fantastic gun, well built, easy to clean, easy to maintain. I'm sure I've missed plenty of things in this video. Please put them down in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share. I will be doing a more in-depth video. I'm probably even going to do a torture test on it later on, so that way y'all can see just how robust this thing is. As always, thank you for your time, and I hope that this video is informative. And as always, like, subscribe, share, and hope you folks have a really good day. And remember to go out and vote this November. Vote for Donald J. Trump. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.